Hi everybody, thank you for attending this class. This is going to be kind of like a two-part video. So it's gonna be two separate videos, but same getup. So right now I'm going to show you how to apply your makeup. It's gonna be a little bit lengthy of a video, not too long, but I'm gonna be talking more, so it's gonna be a little longer. I will speed up the parts that I don't think that you need to watch so detailed. And then my follow-up video is going to be what do you do when you get your makeup in the mail and how to set up your customizable compact. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, so you have your makeup in front of you and you have a brush, okay? Now, if you are one that has maybe some distractions on your face, you're gonna color correct first. I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick because it's very detailed to who you are and what you have got going on. So what I do to my face is not necessarily what you're gonna do for your face. Okay, color corrected. Now you're going to take whatever brush that I matched you with. Remember that the biggest brushes is for the lightest coverage. So this is the blush and bronzer brush. I think everyone should have this brush for blending and your bronzer and your blush. And then you're going to have your makeup applying brush based on if you want light coverage, normal coverage, or full coverage, okay? I am using the detail brush. So essentially this brush is made for contour, but if you can see, the bristles are really close together, which makes it a full coverage brush. And instead of me having to have the full coverage brush, which is the buff brush, which this is what I started with, and this, I've decided that I just like this brush. It's kind of like a paintbrush and it works really, really well. So usually I will color match, and when I say color match, I'm talking to you. We have a conversation about what kind of coverage you'd like. And usually I do the 3D brush, which is normal coverage, and you can see it's a little bit airy, kind of like this one, but not so much. And then it has the pointier end to get into your eyes and more of your detail work. So this is a great brush for beginners, or I will recommend this one. If you truly, truly, truly want full coverage, then I will recommend the buff brush. They're all amazing, quite frankly. Okay, let's get into it. So to start, you're gonna find your main shade. Now remember, I am gonna do a video after this one that shows how to set up your compact. One tip that I do have when your makeup comes, save the little packing slip because it's stickers and it has the names of each of your tins, and you can just stick it right on your compact. Okay, so this one right here is my main shade. Sometimes I bounce between these two. That's why I have them next to each other. So you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna bounce a few times. You don't swipe, you don't dig, you don't need a lot. And then I'm just going to press and bounce on my face. Okay, and I'm gonna go all over my face right now. Sometimes you don't have to do that, and I will do another video that kind of shows everything in its place. But for now, I'm gonna kind of speed this up so you guys know that we're just pressing and bouncing the lightest amount of makeup. Okay, it's not the amount of makeup that determines your coverage. It is your brush that you're using. Because my bristles are so close together, I'm getting a full coverage application. Okay, so my main shade is on. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna do some blending at the very end once you have your brightening highlight on and your contour on. So let's jump right into your brightening highlight. Same brush. You don't need to mix up your brushes. You don't need to clean your brushes in between. You're using a very little bit amount of makeup because it's cream based. It's very forgiving, highly pigmented. You don't need a lot. Okay, so my brightening shade right here So these are my main shades, and then this is my brightening shade. It's a couple shades brighter, lighter than your main shade to give certain areas of your face a lift or a pop, okay? So I put it right here. I bring it up like so to lift my eyes. Okay, and my hand is really gentle. I'm not cranking on it. I'm not putting, can you guys see? I'm not putting a lot of makeup on my face, okay? Then you're gonna put it in between your eyebrows, down the center of your nose. Again, do not worry do not even think that you have to be very precise here. You don't. And a dab at my chin. Okay, so if I sit back and you look, that brightening area, if you draw lines, creates kind of like a triangle. I call it the triangle of light. It's what brightens your face. Very easy. Okay, now we're going into our contour. Right here is my contour. I do color match you for a contour. It is based on the tone of your skin. Contours are meant to be a cool tone, whereas your bronzer is a warm tone, okay? So again, I'm gonna take my same brush. Again, I don't need to clean it. I don't need to rub it on my hand. All of the makeup I put on with my main shade is on my face, not on my brush anymore. So for contour, I kind of just, it's kind of hard now because this one's well loved, but I kind of dab it like so and rub back and forth. Contours are a little bit more stiff than these highlights, okay? So when I say you just need to pop your brush on your highlights, you kind of need to bounce to wake up your contour a little bit, okay? You could also, if you live in a climate where it is cold in the winter, like myself, I'm in Wisconsin, you can hit your blow dryer, just like a 2-second, and that will warm up your contour. So contour, I know is scary. It's really not though. If you can draw a 3 on your face or an E on the other side, you can contour. So let's start with our forehead. You're just going to do a rainbow over your forehead. I'm not concerned where it's landing, what it's doing, how dark it is. Everything's gonna blend beautifully, okay? Especially when you're a beginner, that's the last thing you need to worry about. Okay, so forehead. Now I'm gonna go in and load my brush up some more with some contour, and then I'm gonna do my cheekbone. If you feel for your cheekbone, you'll feel it, it's there, even if you have a fuller face. And you're just gonna wanna put your contour right on the cheekbone and push it up. You're kind of like hugging that cheekbone, okay? So you can see how our 3 is starting to form, okay? So rule of thumb with your cheekbone contour is don't bring it all the way into your face. Rule of thumb, center of your eye is where you want to stop or less, okay? Now I'm just going to take what's left on my brush and drag it under my jawline to finish that 3. And that's contour. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I'll be back for cheek color. Okay, now we're on to our lip and cheek color. This one, I will give you a recommendation that I think would look lovely on you, but there are so many. This is just a little bit of a sample. There are so many lip and cheek colors that it's just a personal preference. It's really not, and you'll know, like I'll say, are you drawn more to pinks or to reds? Deeper colors, lighter colors, and then we'll go from there. But the coolest thing about these lip and cheek colors is that you get to use them for so many things actually, but mainly your cheek color and your lip color. So I'm gonna use this one, which I know looks black to you guys. It's black cherry, and I just rubbed my finger in it a little bit, And I'm just gonna put 2 dots, deepen this one up. This is a gloss, and here it is on my lips. You can use this for an eyeshadow. You can use it for so many things. The cheek colors and lip colors are really fun. You can even mix your lip and cheek colors and create a totally new. Like, I love Black Cherry, but I don't like it really matchy my sweater today. So I will take this color here, which is nude, and just lay it right on top to just kind of calm that color down. But if I was wearing a black shirt, that Black Cherry will pop and look so great. Okay, so we have our makeup on. We have our main shade all over. We have our brightening highlight in that triangle of light. We have our contour in a 3 or an E. And we have our lip and cheek color. Now, all that there's left to do is blend our face together. So this is where I say the blush and bronzer brush is kind of a must. It's really not a must, but I really like it for blending. If you decide not to get this one and you just have your one brush for applying, that is a-okay to blend. Actually, it's perfect. You don't need another brush. I just like it. Okay, so to stay with the one brush and show you that it can be done, we're gonna go ahead and blend with our detail brush. So you're gonna take your contour under your jawline and bring that down your neck. I'm not yanking on my skin. This is kind of like feathering, okay? Because you really want to see the contour. It takes your double chin away. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and bounce my brush to blend in that. I'm going to bounce my brush to blend in that through my eyebrows. Now I'm going to jump to my contour on my forehead. Do you see that line? We don't want that line, okay? So we're going to pull while blending. Again, not cranking on your skin. It's just kind of a gentle feather pull. Pull that contour up into your hairline. For those who have a very large forehead, you'll want to bring your contour a little bit thicker than what I did, and that will shrink your forehead. If someone has a very long, pointy chin, skip this brightener here. You don't want to accentuate your chin that you already think is already too long, okay? Okay, so now how do you do this mess? All you're gonna do is I start with my cheek color and just pull it up. Everything you want to pull up, right? We want to fight gravity. This is a push-up bra for your face. You want to keep it up. So I've got my cheek color blended in. Now I'm going to kind of just grab that contour, pull it up and pull it out towards my hairline. The biggest mistake that new girls make is they overblend this area to where you can't see it anymore, and then it kind of makes the whole process it doesn't work. You don't have any more of a chiseled cheekbone. Your eyes are not tricked that you have this lift in your face. So go ahead and blend it, but take your time, especially in the beginning. And in the beginning, you're gonna think, ooh, look at that on my face. Believe me, step back from your mirror and then take a look. Another mistake everybody makes is they do this really, really close to their mirror, and they don't like what they see, especially in the beginning of this new line of makeup. Take a step back. How do you look? This is how people see you. No stranger or loved one is like this in your face. Okay, so this side is perfect. Again, you're just gonna grab that cheek color, pull it up. Now, if your cheek color, like this is a little bit too much for me, guess what? Creams are so forgiving. Just keep blending and it will blend right out. Kind of like how I said over here, don't blend too much or it's gonna go away. Well, you can blend it away if it's too much. Okay, so now I'm picking up that contour, flick it up and towards my hairline, grab my brightening, blend it in. This side, I just kind of press and bring down a little bit. And there you have it. It literally, if I'm not talking to you and you guys, and I do this on my own, it literally takes me 5 minutes, even with my color correcting process as well. It's super fast, it's super easy, and quite frankly, it's super affordable once you get started. So, like you guys saw, my contour is running out here. Well, number one, I can pop this out, put it on a fry pan on low heat and melt it down to make it flat again and use every single bit. So I'm not gonna waste any product. Like this is probably another good month and a half of product. But when that is gone, I just pop this tin out. This is all magnetic. I pop this tin out, throw it away, and order only what I need. So it's not like I'm gonna have to order all my colors again. It's pretty awesome. So your finishing, now to get back to your application, your finishing touch is this. This looks like the babyest sponge you get at Walgreens. I'm gonna run right now to my sink, run it underwater, wring it out really well, and you guys are gonna be amazed how big this bad boy gets. Surprise! Okay, it grows like 3 times its size. It's super squishy, super fluffy. It's the magic, okay? So our whole, at least my whole agenda with makeup is to not look like a cake face. I don't want anyone to ever walk by me, especially because I like full coverage. Don't want anyone ever to walk by me and be like, oh, look at all the makeup on her face. No, I'm gonna come in close. Even without using this, if you use the right amount, which is just a little bit of makeup on your brushes, you are going to get a skin-like finish, okay? But if you apply a little bit too much, which is just in the way of your application, this is going to save your face. So you run this, the dry one, underwater, wring it out really well. I even then grab a towel and like squeeze it in a towel. You want it dry, damp, okay? And then you're gonna just bounce it one time over the surface of your face. That picks up any excess makeup and gives you an even more of a flawless finish. So when I color match you and I have this conversation with you, I have kind of like a recipe for you, like your colors, this and that, and at the end I say you need a perfector sponge. And I think sometimes people think I'm just upselling them, or they'll get theirs at Walgreens. I'm trying to see if I have a one from Walgreens. Okay, super hard and dense, not gonna really do much of anything. When I started, I didn't think I needed this either. You do. Do yourself a favor, get it. If you don't want to spend the money on it, host your class. You can get a lot extras for free. Okay, so that's it. This is Saint makeup in a nutshell. I hope that you guys learned something. You guys always have access to me. Private message me. You can join my group, Happy Girls Are the Prettiest. That's where I just kind of keep up with what's going on, tips and tricks, and just life as a woman. Like, it's not all makeup, so if you're like, nah, I don't need all that, it's actually a really good community of over 500 women, and I'd love to grow it. Again, I'm available to help you. When you get your makeup in the mail and you're like, what did she say? Yeah, message me. I'm happy to FaceTime you, to go through it, to watch you apply, to give you tips and tricks. If you get it and let's say one of your colors is not to your liking, guess what? You have 30 days to send it back, and I will help you troubleshoot why that color didn't work, and we'll get you a new one and get going. This really has changed, I don't want to say changed my life. That's so like, but it really has given me a lot of confidence in myself. I do now go out without any makeup. It's not very often, but I put my face out here for hundreds of women to watch, and I just feel good about myself. This line of makeup has made me feel really good about myself with makeup or without makeup. So again, thank you for coming to this class. I hope you learned something. I hope that you are ready to jump in and get color matched and place your order. And if you're not, that is okay too. I know that the time isn't always right for everyone, but just jump in my class or in my group, Happy Girls Are the Prettiest. I'll link it in the comments, and you guys can reach out to me 2 years down the line. Say, okay, I'm ready now. Here's my selfie. Let's get color matched. I'm not going anywhere. I love what I do, and I hope that this was informative for you guys. Have a great day, and thanks again for joining me. Bye.